Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my virtual class. Dear students, how are you? I do believe you are keeping fit by the grace of Almighty Allah. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I am Sheikh Azizul Islam Tipu, Assistant Professor and Head of the Department of Khanjahan Ali Ideal College at Shiromoni in Khulna. First of all, I would like to thank Almighty Allah because we are alive still now. Though many people died in coronavirus, COVID-19, we are also facing this problem, but we are trying to overcome this problem by the grace of Almighty Allah. Secondly, I would like to thank my Honorable Principal, Mr. S.M. Daud, and my Honorable Vice Principal, Sheikh Mizanur Rahman, for arranging some online classes for your learning. Dear students, today I will take an online class, and my today's topic is necessity of learning English. Why should you learn English? As I am a teacher of English department, it's my duty to say something about the necessity of learning English, and you have to know the necessity of learning English. Why should you learn English? Dear students, English is a world literature. English is a language. English is an international language. English is a global language. English is a common language for all the people of the whole world. Frankly speaking, there is no country in this world where English is not taught. Actually, the necessity of learning English cannot be expressed fully, but it can be felt from the core of our hearts. Today, the age of computer, today the age of internet, today the age of globalization, for all these things, we have to learn English. Without learning English, we cannot do anything for a single moment in the context of the present world. My beloved students, I do believe you are very eager, you are very curious to know the necessity of learning English, and I have arranged some points for your learning about the necessity of learning English on the whiteboard, and I am going to discuss it one after another for your betterment. Why should you learn English? Dear students, why should you learn English? The first point is that English is an international language. We know English is an international language. For international communication, we have to learn English. There is no alternative way without learning English. My beloved students, you can see here that the second point is that it is essential in every sphere of life, in our daily activities, in our daily life, in our whole activities. English is a must. So we have to learn English. You have to learn English and love English, learn English, practice English, experience English, use English. Then English is a global language. We know, dear students, today we are living in a global village. In this connection, we can say English plays a very vital role for your all activities, In this connection, we can say English is a global language. And for this reason, English has got the position of a global language. So, dear students, we have to learn English. You have to learn English. We have to learn English. Then we can find another point. English is needed for higher education. English is a must for higher education. Education is the harmonious development of the body, mind and soul. A great poet, John Milton, says that. And for learning education, we have to learn English. If we want to get higher education, higher qualification, if we want to go abroad for higher learning, for example, we can say if you want to go England, if you go on to America, if you want to go Australia, if you want to go New Zealand or any other country in the whole world, you have to learn English. Moreover that, in our public universities, in higher education, we know all books are written in English. So, after passing the SSC exam, you have to admit yourself in a university, in a public university. So, you have to learn English because those books are written in English. If you do not learn English, you will not be successful. You will be sufferer in the long run. You will be repented. You will be remorseful. So, you have to learn English, English and English. My favorite students, for communicating with the foreigners, you have to learn English. If you want to talk to foreigners, if you want to express your feelings with a foreigner, if you want to introduce yourself to a foreigner, you have to learn English. Otherwise, you will not be able to express your expressions, to express your language. So, for communicating with the foreigners, you have to learn English. Dear students, we can find some pictures about the necessity of learning English on the whiteboard. There are about more than 30 points about the necessity of learning English. I have wrote it. Next, about 350 million people speak English as a first language. You know, Bangla is our mother tongue. English is not our mother tongue. English is a second language in our country. But there are many countries where English is first language. English is mother tongue. For example, we can see about 350 million people speak English as a first language. So, we have to learn English. You must learn English as a student. Then, we can find a picture that about 300 million people use English as a second language, just like Bangladeshis. So we can say 300 million people use English as a second language. Then we can find a picture that English is the official or semi-official language in more than 60 countries and of many international organizations. This is a very important point for learning English. It is the official or semi-official language for many countries. Next, international meetings are always held in English. For example, we can say the International Olympic Committee, SAR Committee, FIFA Committee and ICC Committee arrange their meetings in English. So, all the international organizations arrange their meetings in English. So, you should learn English. Then, English is essential for admission in any foreign university. I have discussed it already. If you are willing to admit yourself in a foreign university, you have to learn English. You must learn English. Without learning English, you cannot expect that thing for your life. So you have to learn English. Then another point of necessity of learning English. Today, more than 80% of all the information in the world computers is in English. Today, we cannot do anything without computer, without internet. And more than 80% of the information of computer is in English. So if you are willing to operate computer, to use internet connection, to use Android set, you have to learn English. So the necessity of learning English is a must for your learning. Then another point, English helps the international community and the business world to communicate across national borders. For international business and communication, English is a must. Many people are businessmen, so they must know English for globalization. Then another point we can find here, English is a precondition for a good job and handsome salary. We know English has a great demand for good service and handsome salary. If you are willing to get a better job, to get a better salary, you have to learn English. Without learning English, you cannot expect at all to get a good job. So, for getting good job, for getting good profession, you have to learn English. Next, now many companies look for those employees who are expert in speaking, writing and reading English. So, dear students, you know, many companies, many organizations need those kind of employees who are expert in English. So, you have to learn English, otherwise you will be sufferer. There is no alternative way without learning English. So, you have to learn English. Then another point, it is impossible to know science and technology without knowing English. Today the age is an age of technology. For technology, you have to learn English. For knowing technology, you have to learn English. Without learning English, you cannot achieve the knowledge of technology. Next, English is needed for specialized training, for exclusive training. We know a fruitful training is needed for our prosperity, for our successful life. And to get higher training, to get basic training, to get international training, we have to learn English, because their language is English. Their language is English. If we do not learn English, we cannot achieve the basic rules of training. So we have to learn English. Then Another point I am going to discuss, my beloved students. Actually, English is spoken all over the world. When people of two different languages meet or need to communicate, they need English language. Of course, we have to learn English when we meet each other from other countries. Our language should be English so that we can understand our own expression, own feelings, own language. Then, dear students, another point I am going to focus about the necessity of learning English. Even job advertisements in local market also require English knowing people. In our country, in our local market, there is a great demand for those kind of people who are expert in English, who are skilled in English language. So, we have to learn English. Dear students, then another point I am going to discuss about the necessity of learning English. English is important for maintaining international relations and communication. So we can obviously say English is important for maintaining international relations and communication. In this connection, we can say, to speak the truth, it is the language of diplomacy. It is the language of diplomacy. It is the language of international politics, and it is the language of meetings and conference. So, you should learn English, we should learn English. Then, I am going to focus another point about the necessity of learning English. In today's world of information superhighway, English is essential for getting easy access to any information. For any information, for any global information, we have to learn English. Almost any information is available in English. English is the language of information technology. Today is the age and information technology and internet. So English is a must. Frankly speaking, a good operator of computer must know English. Without learning computer, we cannot do anything at present. For sending email, fax, we must learn English. If you are willing to send an email to a person, a fax to a person, you must know English. Without learning English, you cannot send an email or a fax to a person. So, you must learn English for learning computer. There is another point. English is important for access to world media. You know, media plays a very important role in our national and international life. For journalism, we must learn English. For maintaining media, we have to learn English. So we can say English is important for access to world media and entertainment. If we are willing to enjoy World Cup football, World Cup cricket, lawn tennis, and any international game, we have to learn English. Satellite channels around the world telecast news and views in English. We enjoy the many programs of satellite channels, and for enjoying these programs, we have to learn English, because many satellite channels around the world telecast news and views in English. Moreover, games and sports are telecast live, and their announcements are also broadcasted in English. International games and sports are broadcasted in English. So you should learn English, we should learn English, all people should learn English. Again, cinemas, films, cartoons and other media productions are available in English. So you should learn English. Then I am going to mention some points about learning English. Knowing English gives an easy access to the vast resource of English literature. I have already discussed from the very beginning of my speech today, English is a world literature. What is literature? Literature is the medium to express our feelings, to express our sorrows, to express our joys in our daily lives. Matthew Arnold said that criticism is the human literature. Literature means the criticism of human life. Criticism of human life. So, for learning literature, for studying literature, for enjoying poetry, for enjoying drama, for enjoying novels, for enjoying many articles, and so on, we have to learn English. And English is the richest language. English is the richest all literature all over the world. Now we can mention some world famous poets, writers: Shakespeare, Shelley, Byron, John Keats, Robert Browning, T.S. Eliot, Robert Frost. They are the world famous writers. And for their literature, we have to learn English. They are the great writers in all over the world. So, for knowing literature, for reading literature, we have to learn English, because English is the leading type of literature. Then we can find a picture that world's famous books, novels, histories, stories, poems are available in English. I have already discussed these items. Besides this, English helps to know about the cultures of their people, discoveries, inventions, and the lifestyles of the other nations of the world. So we can say culture means the lifestyle of any nation. If we want to the culture of other nations, if we want to the lifestyles of other nations, we have to learn English. There is another point. Knowing English is just like having an international visa. If we learn English, we can get a visa. We can get a passport for going any other country in the world. So in this connection, we can say English is just like a visa. English is just like a passport for our lives. So dear students, from the above discussion, we can aptly say, we can obviously say, we can certainly say English plays a very vital role in our daily lives, in our national life, in our international life. So English is a must. Without learning English, you cannot do anything in the present world. So, at first, you have to learn English, you have to love English, you have to practice English, you have to communicate through English language. You have to perform your activities through English language. Then we can also say, without knowing this language, we will remain in darkness. If we do not learn English, will remain in darkness. Then our country will be isolated from the whole world. If we do not learn English, we will be isolated from the whole world. Overall, all kinds of development are not possible without learning English language. So all should be interested in learning English language. So all should be interested in learning English language. Dear students, now you are learning the communicative English. You are learning the communicative approach. You are not learning the traditional grammar translation method. What do you mean by the term communicative? Do you know? I do believe you know or you will know from this class. The term communicative means to express oneself willingly. To express oneself willingly. For communicative English, for basic skills are needed for your development. Speaking, reading, writing and listening. These four skills play a vital role for the betterment of communicative English. The communicative method does not ignore the grammar method, does not ignore, does not underestimate the grammatical rules, the grammatical items. The communicative approach encourages the grammatical items, the grammatical knowledge through a different way. And the way is that you should not memorize the rules of grammar. You should not memorize the rules of grammar without knowing. You have to practice. You have to experience. You have to use in your daily life. Then you will learn grammar. Then you will learn the rules of grammar. This is the aim of communicative English. This is the aim of communicative approach. So there is no contradiction between grammatical approach and communicative approach. So, as a student of English department, I felicitate, I congratulate everybody who are attending in my class on behalf of mine and from the English department. So dear students, I do believe you are fully known about the necessity of learning English. If we know the necessity of learning English, we have to learn English, you have to learn English, and you must be curious, you must be innovative, you must be creative to learn English. You do not afraid of English. In the context of Bangladesh, most of the students are afraid in English. They think English is a very tough subject. English is a very hard subject. Dear students, it's a fully wrong idea for you. Actually, if you love English, if you be very attentive, if you be very cautious, if you are very sincere, it is quite possible for you to learn English, to know English. So for learning English, you have to practice, you have to experience, you have to use the language in every situation in your daily life. Then it will be very easy for you to learn English, to practice English. That's all, dear students. Next time, inshallah, I will take another class for you. Thank you very much.